Hey everybody, I know I put holiday appetizer, and I personally don't want to even think about like Christmas time right now when it's not even Halloween. But I'm making this appetizer for an event tonight that we're going to in a little bit. And it's just a really simple appetizer, but everybody loves it and it looks really good. So the reason I said holiday is because it happens to have some spinach and roasted red peppers in there, and it's red and green and white. So it kind of looks like the perfect appetizer if you want to bring it to somebody's house over the holiday time. But you can make this any time of year. So it's an Athenian cheese spread. So what it is is 2 bricks of cream cheese in here, so 16 ounces of cream cheese, and I also have about 4 ounces or so of some feta cheese mixed in my stainless bowl. Okay, that's easy, right? That was easy. I need one of those buttons. And then in my manual food processor, I chopped up some fresh baby spinach. Now, the actual recipe says to use frozen spinach that's thawed and squeezed out. I think whenever you can use the fresh one, use the fresh one. But otherwise, I always have some frozen spinach in my freezer too. So we're just gonna add that to it right there. And then mix that part in there. And we're gonna add some garlic, because what's a recipe without garlic? If somebody's on, say hey. So we're gonna squeeze in 2 cloves of garlic. These were pretty average size cloves, so 2 is fine. Okay, simple, simple, right? It's a no bake, no cook type of appetizer, which is wonderful. And then what you do is you just bring it in the batter bowl, which we're gonna form it into, and you can unveil it all and flip it out onto a platter when you get to somebody's house. Or before people come, whatever. All right, so we're gonna mix in the garlic with the spinach and the cream cheese and the feta cheese. If you're on, say hello. I'd love to hear who's on. This is like seriously a great appetizer that feeds a lot of people. I made this one time for a fundraiser we did at the hospital for a Relay for Life team. I can remember it like it was yesterday, and it was at least 10 years ago, maybe more. It was a great fundraiser with about 30 people there, and it was enough for everybody to try. So that's pretty cool, right? All right, so here's our mixture. So we have the spinach, the cream cheese, the feta cheese, and the garlic in there. And then in the manual food processor, I'm gonna add some roasted red peppers. So I like this kind that is sweet. I don't like the one that is vinegary, but it's up to you. So that's the one that I use. You can also roast your own if you want to. And then a little tip too is make sure that it's nice and dried out. I had it sitting on a paper towel for a while, because if there's a lot of liquid on it, it's gonna make your appetizer kind of watery. So we're gonna put it in the food processor. And you know, if you have the food chopper at home, you can use that too. I just prefer to use the food processor. You guys have seen, I love this thing. All right, so we're gonna put the top on, and you pump, pump, pump. You can get a workout while you're doing it. Oh yeah. And if you have to switch arms, you want muscles on both arms, but it's really easy to do. So the more you hit it, the finer things get. This is what I make salsa in. That is really fine. I would think I was working out a little bit too hard in that one. All right, so that is gonna be a different layer. That's gonna go in the center of all of this. So we just wanna make sure this part is all mixed up really good, so nobody gets just one chunk of garlic or one big piece of feta cheese. And the key to making this recipe, so it comes out really nicely, and you don't have to do dishes too much either. Well, you have to do those dishes, but take your small batter bowl. This is a 4-cup size, or any size glass or any size bowl that you want, but this is a 4-cup size. It doesn't have to be the batter bowl. But I lined it with some saran wrap on the inside, okay? So that way it's gonna come out really easily. So we're gonna take half of this mixture and press it into the bottom of your bowl. A little bit more. Just kind of eyeball it. Okay. So you're pretty much making a mold, if you can see that. Okay, so that's at the bottom layer. Push it down a little bit more on this side. And then you take your chopped up red peppers. Actually, see, mine weren't that drained. Let me just drain it one little teensy bit. I'm seeing too much liquid in there. Hold on. So I'm gonna take this strainer right here and just strain it a little bit, because you don't want that liquid. Again, if you had too much liquid, I don't know if you can see it from there, but there's quite a bit coming out, then it's gonna get watery, and we don't want it to be watery. There's another version too of this that has some olives. It's like a tapenade. But I just always like this one, and I like the colors of this one too. These were really liquidy. Okay, I think that's just about good. Come on. I think I also chopped them up a little bit too much. So this is gonna go, wow, around the middle part and mostly around the edges so you can see it. Take my fork and spread it around. It just looks so pretty. Okay, layer number 2, right in there. You can see it along the edges. If you want to see it more, make sure you push it out towards the edge. And then just take the rest of this filling and put it on the top. And then you're going to cover it up. The nice thing about the batter bowl is they do come with lids. So we're going to cover it up, and you let it sit in the fridge for just a little bit if you can. If not, it'll still work fine. And when you go to unmold this onto a platter, if you would like to, you can put some chopped up almonds on the top part and sprinkle those on the top. I'm actually going to leave that part out because I'm not sure if anybody has any nut allergies. So if I'm at a party doing it, I usually ask before I put them on. But that's not what this situation is. So I'm going to leave that part off. And then we're going to serve it. This will go onto a platter. And we're going to serve it with the sliced up French bread all the way around it. And there you go. You have an easy appetizer that you can bring anywhere because it's so portable like this. Right? So that's it. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy. And we'll chat and cook soon. See ya.